Some days feel like chaos as a working at home mom, even to the point of researching private school tuition and wondering if you should get an office job. But not every day as a working at home mom should be chaos. Yes, it is fun to laugh and tell stories about it because kids can be completely hilarious. But if your working at home is always feeling chaotic, then it is time to create a plan. Yes, you can transform your chaos into calm. Being a working at home mom isn't easy. The line between mom and business professional gets blurry really fast. One minute you're closing a big deal, and the next minute you're answering questions about whether or not Polk wears underwear. You know, those important academic questions. Yes, it does get crazy sometimes. And yes, I have looked up the cost of private school tuition. But even in the middle of the crazy, you can thrive. If I'm honest, most days for us are pretty boring, but boring is good. The crazy is the exception, not the rule. Mom, if you're juggling work, homeschool, family, and everything in between, then grab your coffee because you need that to conquer the world. Let's tame the chaos and create a plan for working at home. Hello. Hello, Rebel Moms, and welcome to the Life Unboxed podcast. I'm Jody, the mom, wife, homeschool mom of 6, and successful mom entrepreneur. And I am bringing you information and inspiration on raising kids, running a business, and keeping your sanity. So you can find the episode show notes, Rebel Mom checklist to help you homeschool confidently, tools to make your work from home life easier, and so much more information at lifeunboxed.blog. Now let's get into the show. Okay, the chaos is not a sign of failure. Mom, some days are going to feel more chaotic than others, but it isn't a sign of failure. It is part of the mom package, and it can be really fun. So ditch the Pinterest perfect days, wear your PJs all day, heat up the same cup of coffee 3 times, and embrace the imperfect. This time with our kids is very short. I know some days feel like 5 years, but it's true. The days are long, but the years are short. As a mom of young adults to kindergarten, I see this reality every day. The time that we have with them as kids is really limited. It is a very, very short time frame. So enjoy every moment because drinking hot coffee is just totally overrated anyway. But chaos shouldn't be an everyday thing. So let's come up with a plan that will help you tame that chaos and take control of your day. It is rare to almost hear the angels sing, but when I discovered how easy creating routines were, I think I really did hear them sing. Because creating routines are going to help you take control of your day, and this is not from inexperience. This is what I finally figured out after years of just trying different things. This is what worked because it is possible to banish the mom mental load and tame the chaos. Your work from home and a homeschool life doesn't need to be defined by chaos. Mom, you can set your day on autopilot, take the mundane task off your mind so you can think creatively and balance work and homeschool. But it all starts with a routine. And there's more resources for you in the description below. Because we are not talking about routines, but I'm just telling you that's a secret weapon, okay? So now let's get into the next one. Avoid to-do list overwhelm. Yeah, I get it. Your to-do list is your life, your memory, and your guide for the day. But sometimes it can get overwhelming or just, way too long. And there's just too much to do and not enough time. So if you want to manage your working at home mom day without the overwhelm, then part of the plan is to avoid to-do list overwhelm. And once again, there's another whole show on that. So we're not going to get into the nitty-gritty. I'll give you some tips, but go watch or listen to the other podcast for that. Because I understand, like, it really is your lifeblood. You can't move or plan without it, at least for me. I truly live by my to-do list. And you write it all out so you can see what needs to be done and check those boxes when it gets done because that's the best part of having a to-do list is those check marks or sometimes we put stickers. Yes, we can give ourselves stickers, Mom. It's okay. So, but the downside of writing it all out is it is visually overwhelming. You want to cry when you see everything that you need to do, but you can't avoid this overwhelm. Take a deep breath, let it out slowly, and let's tackle it. So, I have 7 ways on how to avoid it in that other show. Things like ditch smart goals, create habits, get into the groove of routine. But I am going to give you my number one and most obvious recommendation. Okay. So the other ones, you're going to have to go watch the other podcast or listen to the other podcast, or you can even go over to the blog and read it. Okay. Any way you want to take in the information, it's available to you. But here's my number one recommendation. Keep it light. I know that you can call me Captain Obvious. I will take it. It is impossible to do everything. It is very easy to add everything to your to-do list and then get overly ambitious. Not like I know anyone like that. You know what I mean? So I've been keeping a to-do list for so many years that at this point, I have a pretty good idea of what I can handle in a week. So when you plan your week, think of what you can handle. Then evaluate your to-do list at the end. Did you accomplish everything? Are you completely exhausted even though you did accomplish it? Then make the necessary adjustments. So this is all about testing and changing until you find what works for you. And you will get to the point where you can kind of gauge and judge how much can I actually take on right now. And if it's not too much, then you'll be able to not even add stuff to your to-do list. So then it's not so overwhelming. Okay, now let's talk about making room for mom self-care. So I am not talking about massages or expensive retreats because true mom self-care is finding those margins in your day to take a moment for yourself. What do you need today? Is it 15 minutes of quiet while sipping your coffee? The reheated one, or a walk? Maybe you need a dance party with your kids. Is it journaling? I got lots of journals to offer. Check out the description below. Or maybe you just need a creative escape. Mom, self-care doesn't require hours of your day. So find the micro moments to recharge throughout the day, and you will probably be surprised. And remember to laugh. It really is good medicine. And especially when you're having a bad day, laughter can really help to bring you out of it. All right, so what to do when it all falls apart? Because you know it will. You are going to have days that are less than perfect, and they might even be total chaos. Kids get sick, and when you have a big family, it is usually all at the same time. Puke flying in tandem, people, and you're still juggling clients. When everything feels like it is crashing around you, take a deep breath and remember it will get better. All of your days are not like this. Tears and laughter are both allowed in this moment. Mom, if it isn't getting better, then take a break from everything, clients and schoolwork. One of the benefits of being a work-at-home mom is we can. So being a working-at-home mom isn't easy, but it isn't about finding the balance. It is about finding your rhythm, getting those moments of recovery and coming through with resilience. There isn't a perfect system or routine that will magically erase the chaos, but with a mug of coffee and a plan that fits your life and the right mindset, you can build something meaningful in the mess. So find your groove as a working at home mom. Thanks for listening, and be sure to check out lifeunboxed.blog and download your Rebel Moms checklist. Happy homeschooling and working from home, and I will see you next time.